Hello, all, and welcome to this course, the Jazz Composition course. It's your instructor, Cody Wyman, and this lecture is going to be probably one of the most pivotal lectures. That's why it's the first lecture in the course. It's going to break down what is in the course and also going to give you a foundation of how this course is based on the foundation of music theory, jazz history, um, other jazz composition techniques, which we'll learn later in the course, and so on. So I am going to go to the course. It's the introduction to jazz composition course. I'm your instructor, Cody Wyman. And I will be instructing you how to voice different chords, different voicings. I'm going to teach you how to play them and then teach you how to write them. And there's a lot of playing and then writing that we're going to be doing in this course. So to get started, we're going to go into the jazz writing. So many people know that there are different ways to voice a chord. We have, if you learned in basic music theory, we know that there is a such thing as the triad, which tri means three. So we have the triad that we use. And I'm going to turn my sound on here. We have the triad, which is this. We have those. We have all of those, the vanilla chords that we have. We have one. If C is the key that we're playing in, then C is 1. D minor is 2. E minor is 3. F major is 4. And G is 5 in the key of C. And then A minor is 6 in the key of C. Then 7 is the diminished chord in the key of C. And then back to C major again, which is the tonic or the perfect octave. So those are our basic triads in C position. So that is one of our foundations to this, is to discover how these things come about and how we build different chords based on those triads. You start with the triads and then you go to what are commonly called inversions. So you would have first inversion of this chord would be E, C, or E, G, C rather, in both hands. So that's what's called first inversion C chord. Then the second inversion would be G, C, E. And how you do that is basically you just go like this. Start with your root chord. When you go, lift your wrist up and go a third higher than the C that you're planted on in the root. And then to go into second inversion, you would take the same step and go up 2 notes to G as your bass note. So So we have root, first, second inversion. And those are for just the triads. Now, when we have the seventh chords, the seventh chord would have this kind of thing. So what I'll do is I'll show you, I'll play you this and then I'll show you on electronic keyboard how it is. So we have 1, 3, 5, and then the first seventh that we come to is the dominant seventh. Okay, so C, E, G, B flat. And that's the full voicing of the chord together. And then if you wanted, and that's also what's called root position. Root is the tonic of the position that you're in. So the position we're in is C, so the root would be C. And then if you wanted to, the first inversion, you'd go up to E from C, and add the tonic on top. Okay, and then if you wanted to go up for the second inversion, you would skip from E up to G as your bass note. And then you'd add the B flat right next to the C in the tonic. So that's the second inversion seventh chord, and then you have a third inversion, which basically means you're going to skip from G to B flat. So from the fifth degree of the chord to the seventh degree is going to now be your bass. So you're going to have that seventh and the tonic on the bottom in the third inversion. And then you're going to have the E, the third degree of the chord, and the fifth degree of the chord, which is G, above those for the third inversion. So there are three inversions for the seventh chord as opposed to two for just a regular triad. There's first, second, third, and that's it for the seventh chord. And we will actually review this in the lecture titled Voicing Seventh Chords, because I'll go through it again and then I'll actually teach you in the latter half of that video how to voice the chords in such a way that you don't have to do the whole like 1, 3, 5, 7 in various inversions. You can just do 3 and 7 in the left hand, for example, and 1 and 3, or 1 and 5 in the right hand rather. So I'll go over that again in the voicing seventh chords video, because that's really important concept. I just wanted to lay the jazz theory foundation down. Now, if we were going to go to, if I was going to share my screen and go to this is what that would look like. Here's the keyboard. C, E, G. You have a triad, and then you have your first inversion going from C up to E, both hands, and then second inversion, you're going to go from E to G. So from E to G in the right hand as well. All right, and then when you want to do the seventh, what you do is this. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 7, C, E, G, B flat, and then There you go. That's root position. Root is the basic rudimentary position that it's in. And with the tonic on the bottom, tonic is the home note, which is C. So tonic on the bottom. And then you're going to do the first inversion of the seventh chord. You go to E. Okay. Right. And then you go to from E to G for the second inversion of the seventh chord. So it's going to be fifth, seventh, root, third. Fifth, seventh, root, third in the right hand. Okay. All right. And then if you put the seventh degree of the chord on the bottom, whoops. You have seventh, root, third, fifth. Those are the three inversions and what they entail. So that's just a starter for the jazz theory and the different uh, composition techniques and the voicings that we can do with those chords. I will be going into more chords as the time progresses, and we'll be studying not only the seventh chords, but also the ninth, 11th, and 14th chords. They're all stacked on top of each other. If you really look at it, they're all stacked on top of each other. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. They're all stacked on top of each other, but the more notes you add, the more you have to take away. For example, the more notes that you add, if you add a ninth, well, you're going to have to figure out, do I put the ninth in or do I put the seventh in and leave out the third? Do I put the third and the seventh in, leave out the fifth, put the ninth in? Those kind of voicing decisions will be in later in the section. All right. So I hope you got a lot out of this. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to comment me, and I will see you in the next video.